Hello, in this video I want to show you about the highlight and the ignore system of Jetty. Both these systems of course kind of do the opposite to each other. The highlight system makes messages more prominent by giving them another color, and the ignore system of course hides messages. But the reason they're both in the same video is because they both have to match messages to do their thing on, and the matching of the messages, so to select which messages to highlight or ignore, works basically the same. So that's the reason they're both in the same video. Okay, so starting with the highlight system. You have different settings here, of course, enable, disable highlight altogether. And by default you also have this setting enabled here, which just highlights your own name. So if your own name appears in a message somewhere. And you also have this highlight own text setting, which can be very useful for testing because it highlights what you write yourself, otherwise it doesn't do that. And you also have the highlight follow-up setting, which is kind of confusing. So if a message is highlighted, and the same user sends another message, then the following message is also highlighted if it's within a certain time frame. So that's basically for messages like to say like hi name, and then another message contains the actual message basically. Might have been a bit confusing, but it's also detailed in the help here. Okay, so for testing I enable this setting that highlights your own text as well. So, and connect to join the channel. Okay, so by default, as I said, your own name is highlighted, so if your own name appears anywhere in the message, then the message is highlighted. But you can also disable this, of course, and then it's not highlighted anymore. But of course that's not everything. You can obviously also define your own stuff that should be highlighted, like by just adding it to the list here. So for example test, classical example, and then test is highlighted if it appears anywhere in the message, and also uppercase or lowercase doesn't really matter. So basically if test appears anywhere in any way in the message, then it's highlighted. But of course you might not always want it quite this way. Maybe you only want it to be highlighted like lowercase, like this, exactly like it's written here. And for that there are prefixes, in this case CS, which stands for case sensitive. So if you do it like this, then test is still matched, but if you have like some lower uppercase letters in there, then it's not matched anymore. But it's still matched anywhere in the message. There's also the W prefix, which stands for word. So that means the character directly in front of the text you have behind here, and the character directly after the text cannot be a word character. So basically cannot be a letter or number or underscore. So if you have it like this still matches, this matches as well. But for example testing doesn't match because the test is part of another word and it's not a word on its own. You can also combine this with case sensitive. This is basically another prefix that has both the attributes of word and case sensitive. So this still matches, but this doesn't match. And there's also the RE prefix, which stands for regular expression. And if you know how to use regular expressions, that can be quite useful. And yeah, you also have the prefixes listed here, at least a quick reference. Yeah, I won't explain regular expressions in this video, of course, but if you know how to use them, that can be pretty useful. And all the text matching prefixes are also detailed in the help, of course. Yeah, that's basically the text matching prefixes. So the prefixes that change how the text you enter here is matched. But there's also meta prefixes, which you saw in the help here, maybe, which don't really change how the text is matched, but give other information to the highlight system. So for example, the user prefix, where you can specify a username, which is matched. So now I just specified my own name, and anything I enter is matched, even just a space. As you can see, the timestamp in the front of here is still highlighted. Yeah, that basically highlights anything from a user. You can also combine this with some text. So basically now it's only if I also write test. And of course also with other prefixes like this. And this doesn't work anymore, but this still works. So basically prefixes are matched from the front here. So it looks from the front if this is a prefix. If it is, then it takes this away and adds these attributes basically. And if it comes to a text matching prefix, like a prefix like W or CS or regular expression, it takes anything after this prefix as text. So you can't have this the other way around, like this. This doesn't work the same anymore. So if I write test now, it doesn't match. But if I write test user to do a test, it matches, because it takes everything after a text matching prefix as literal text you want to match, basically. Yeah. And more meta prefixes. There's also the cat prefix, which unfortunately doesn't have anything to do with cute animals, but address book categories. So let's say you have a category called VIP, and then I write something and it doesn't match. Okay, it matches because I'm already in the VIP category. So if I remove myself from the VIP category here, then it won't match anymore. And if I add myself to the category, then it will match again whatever I write. And of course, as with the user prefix, you can also combine this with other stuff. And now it only matches if I write test, like I defined here. Yeah, so that's the category prefix, which can be quite useful if you want to have several users in highlighted, like a VIP category or something like that, where you want all users in that address book category highlighted. Okay, there's also the gen prefix, which, as you might possibly maybe guess, tells the system in which channel it should be highlighted. Like in this case, it would highlight anything in the channel to do by test. Of course, that's not really useful, but again, you can combine it with other stuff. Like you could highlight test only in to do by test and not in another channel, like here, for example. Here it wouldn't highlight. So yeah, that can be useful if you want to have a highlight only in a certain channel, and you can also negate this and have a highlight in any channel except the channel you specify here. So for example, now it would match only, it wouldn't match here anymore, but it would match in any other channel. I could have kind of stayed in there. Anyway, yeah, now it matches here, but not in the channel I specified here. Okay, so that's basically for the general prefixes that also apply to the ignore system. There's also a color prefix, which changes the color of the highlight. So by default, you have just the color you specify here, the highlighted message color, but you can change the color for one specific highlight. So for example, make this blue and highlight on test. And then if you enter test, this highlight is blue instead of red. And if you have like another one that says testing, then this one is the red and the other one is blue. Of course, in this case, the order actually matters, because if you have this on the top, then it matches testing and uses the default color. But if you put this down here, then test would match first, and both test and testing would be blue. So usually the order of the list here, of the items in the list here, doesn't really matter, but if you specify a color, it can matter. Okay, that's basically it for the ignore system, for the highlight system. And now to the ignore system. It has somewhat similar options like enable, disable, ignore altogether, and also ignore on messages, mainly for testing. But it also has this option here which defines what to actually do when a message is ignored. So you can completely ignore it and it doesn't show in any way in chat. Or you can show, or you can make Chatty show how many messages were ignored in the last 30 seconds. So you can get an idea that messages were actually ignored, but the actual messages, of course, don't show up. Or you can show what names were ignored, so which users were ignored. So it basically shows a list of names, just similar to the mod or unmod lists in a rather compact way, but it still shows it for every single message that is ignored. And you also have this option which tells Chatty to only show either the count or the names if the ignored messages dialog is not open. So let's just do an example. Test and disable this for now. Ignore on messages for testing enabled, and ignore enabled, and this in here. So now it shows that the message was ignored. And if I type another one that contains test, it adds it behind here. So pretty compact, but still it shows it adds a name for each ignored message. And if I show the count, yeah, it also shows this. Just to tell you that your own message was actually ignored and it isn't some kind of bug or anything. And it should also show up with how many messages were ignored, like this. So in the last 30 seconds, 2 messages were ignored, and it should show up any second now again with 1 message. Yeah, so the matching basically works the same as for the highlight system, so I won't go into much detail here. Just a couple of examples to demonstrate this, I guess. Like, now it's case sensitive and this isn't ignored, but this is ignored, and this also isn't ignored, so it only matches exactly like it's written here, but of course still anywhere in the message. So basically the same, okay, I should actually write it like this. So basically the same as the highlight system. Okay, so now if you hide it completely, then it doesn't show up at all, except of course if you ignore your own messages, but if someone else would write a message, it wouldn't show up at all. One prefix that can be kind of useful is the gen prefix, because then you can just ignore messages in a certain channel, maybe from a certain category or something, like ignore maybe. So you could add users to the ignore category. and then all users in this category are ignored, but maybe you only want it in all channels, but except the ones you maybe are moderator in, for example. So you still see the messages, maybe the spam or whatever, of users where you could actually time out them, but they are completely ignored in other channels. So now I have it set to highlight all users in the ignore category except in the channel to do test, and you can also, in this case, also add several channels to this. So that can be kind of useful for that case. Okay, so one last thing about the ignore system. As I mentioned earlier, you also have this option, which to only show if the ignored messages dialog isn't open. So ignored messages, similar to the highlights dialog here, also gets added to their own dialog, where you can just check what was ignored, like either to check if actually the correct messages were ignored, or if more than you actually wanted was ignored, or just to read up on them if you want to. And you can also clear it, like the ignored messages dialog. So this setting here basically prevents anything from showing up here hinting to an ignored message if this dialog is already open. Because let's actually make something here so messages do get ignored. So if a message is ignored here, again, of course, if your own message is ignored, it still shows this message, but if someone else would write this, then it wouldn't show up in chat at all, because it already shows up here, and it kind of assumes that by having this open, you're already paying attention to ignored messages, so it doesn't have to show that the message was ignored to, well, let you know that one was ignored. That was a bit screwed up, but anyway. You can of course disable this, and then it still shows up like usual. But if you have it enabled and have this open, then it doesn't show up. But if you close it, it shows up. Okay, so that's basically it for the ignore system and the highlight system. Of course, as always, if you need any help, there's the help button down here, and you should definitely read through this. There's also a lot of examples with what it does and stuff like that. So that's certainly pretty informative, I think. Well, I hope so at least. And of course, if you have any trouble with getting the result you want, don't hesitate to ask via Twitter or Twitch private message or whatever, or email. So yeah, don't hesitate to ask, and definitely don't hesitate to read the help, because it's a lot of work to write this, and I do hope it can help you. Yeah, anyway, that's it for now. I hope it was informative and helpful, and maybe just a little bit fun to watch. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.